All right, everyone, welcome to another edition of Chamber Chat. I'm your host, Jeff Griffin, president of the Peoria Area Chamber of Commerce and CEO Council. And our guest today, Viki Burnett with the Peoria Symphony Orchestra. And Viki, you're the executive director?
Oh, gosh.
What are you?
No.
Hold
Marketing
on a minute.
manager.
Marketing manager. Excuse me, I just promoted her.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know who I have the authority to do
Big
that
shoes
with,
there. Big shoes.
Marketing manager is what I meant to say. And Viki and I met a few years ago, right when I moved to town, and she cornered me at a business after hours and started talking to me about Peoria Symphony Orchestra.
My favorite topic.
Which I loved. It should be as the marketing manager and executive director, or just the marketing manager. How long have you been with the Peoria Symphony Orchestra, Viki?
This is my third season, and I am just so proud and honored to work for this, legacy of an organization in Peoria. We're all about bringing quality music to Central Illinois and sustainability for this 119-year-old Peoria
119
orchestra.
consecutive years.
Yes, very proud of that.
You should be. You should be. So tell us, what's going on in those 119 years?
Well, we started the season, Maestro George Deludo, this is his 7th season, has chosen just a well-balanced season that brings just the most beautiful music to Peoria. So we started with our World Artist Concert, which was with master legendary Ramsey Lewis Trio. And Ramsey Lewis is a Chicago native, and he's a 3-time Grammy Award-winning jazz icon legend. So he brought his music and performed with the Peoria Symphony Orchestra in September. It was a moment in Peoria. We were so honored to have him here, and the concert was a fabulous success.
That's fantastic. Yeah. How far does a big name like that, how far away from Peoria do we get visitors to town?
Well, Maestro Deludo is in resident at Juilliard and at Ravinia. So he has these network and contacts of world artists and young people and people that are in the middle of their career, that some are on the tipping point of world fame, and they're guest artists, and he brings them to Peoria. So he works probably a year to a year and a half in advance to secure them for these dates and for our season.
All right. And then people drive how far to come and attend the concert?
We have people, we had Audra McDonald last season, and we had people come from Chicago to see Audra McDonald. I mean, my goodness. And so they come from mostly Central Illinois, as far away as Champaign-Urbana, Bloomington, of course.
Sure.
But just a nice little radius circle that encompasses Central Illinois.
So I love hearing that, because my relatives in Chicago, they feel like when they go 20 miles south, they're leaving the state for some reason. We get them down here to Peoria.
Yeah, it's amazing to me that sometimes crossing the bridge seems like 20 miles long.
Right.
But when you bring in music like this, people will come to hear it.
Yeah, and I'm assuming it's a more affordable ticket here in Peoria than some of the larger markets.
Very competitive with entertainment in Peoria, not quite as pricey as a Chicago venue. And so we're really happy to try and maintain a price that seems affordable to everyone. And, student tickets are $11 every day.
Wow. What a bargain. Nice bargain. So do you guys work with the hotels or Convention and Visitors Bureau and put together packages?
We have relationships with them, and of course. But the one thing that we've started, which has really been successful, is our relationship with the Marriott, the Marriott. And so after the concerts that are at the Civic Center, we have a PS party in the lobby of the great room.
A what party?
A PS party, like post.
Oh, I got you. I'm sorry.
So after the concert ends, everyone is welcome to come over to the lobby of the Civic Center, where they have a bar. And we're not hosting you, but we certainly are making the space available for you to continue the concert experience. So let's go over there and have a cocktail or a quick little bite of something to eat, and further the discussion about what a wonderful evening we had. It's about the experience, and so we offer this to people, and it's been very well received. We're very happy about the response so far.
Okay, so you just added that this season?
We added it last season. We did it like 2 times. It was great. And sometimes, not guaranteed, but sometimes the guest artist will come over with George and, just kind of work the room a little bit. It's fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a blast. So when you guys I see you've got a brochure here, and there's memberships available.
Oh, yeah.
Tell folks about,
Okay.
first of all, how do they find you?
Well, PeoriaSymphony.org.
That's easy.
671-1096. But here's the deal. Our tickets start at $31.
Okay.
But if you want season tickets and you are a new subscriber, which means that you haven't been a season ticket holder for the last 5 years, you can get season tickets for 50% off. That's our way of saying, come on back. Let's see what this is all about. You're going to fall in love with this. You're going to want to continue to support the symphony and come to the concerts year after year. But to make it really, really easy on you, we're offering you this amazing opportunity to purchase season tickets at 50% off. If you haven't already purchased season tickets in the last 5 years. It's a wonderful incentive.
So how many shows are there?
There's 8 concerts. We have one under our belt. The next one is at Grace in October.
Okay.
We're bringing an 11-year-old piano prodigy. So we went from Ramsey Lewis, who's 81, to an 11-year-old piano prodigy by the name of Harmony Zhu, who's 11 years old, and a world chess champion.
Oh my gosh.
So she's part of our Resident Artist Week. We call it RAW. And this is an initiative where we take artists, we have 2 this year, that go out into the community and meet people and engage with Peoria and the surrounding areas in an effort to reach audiences that may not be able to come to the symphony. For example, young students, Quest, Metamora High School.
Right.
We go out to senior centers and we go out to the hospitals. And it's our way of giving back and their way of meeting and learning about what Peoria is all about. It's kind
That's
of cool.
awesome. That's
It's
really,
really
so it's
awesome.
more than just the show. So let me make sure I'm doing my math here. You said tickets are $31.
Tickets start at $31
Start at $31.
for each concert.
So and there's 8.
There's 8
So I'm
concerts.
about $240, but I can buy a $240 package for $120.
The math is around there. Yeah.
Round numbers.
Right.
So
It's really quite a deal. It's like getting one concert for free.
Yeah.
And it goes on. I mean, you can also do peel down. For example, we've already had 8 concerts. So now you can get a 7 concert price. So it's quite advantageous.
And then the student price is
$11 every day.
Gotcha.
Every
Okay.
concert, every day.
And where are the concerts? I know where they are. I want to make sure
Yeah.
everyone knows. Like they just landed from outer space.
Okay, well, thank you for asking me that question because a lot of people ask this question. Most of our concerts are at the Peoria Civic Center. We're having one concert at Grace, which happens to be the next concert on October 22nd. Grace Presbyterian Church, which is out on Route 91.
Sure.
And then the rest are at the Civic Center, except for the last one, which is in June. We are kind of going back to the future in so much that we are performing at the Riverside Community Church, like right around the corner.
Right.
And that used to be the old Shrine Mosque. And that is where the Peoria Symphony Orchestra performed in 1917. So we're kind of doing an homage to the past, looking forward to the future.
Okay.
This is going to be a super special concert because it's the kickoff of our 120th season. And Maestro George Stuluto is performing
Unbelievable.
in the concert.
So 120 consecutive years.
120.
Through
And, wars,
think
about that. Think about
depressions.
depression,
Yeah,
wars,
yeah.
the worst of times, the best of times.
Right.
All kinds of politics, all kinds of things happening in Peoria.
Right.
I mean, think about the growth in Peoria from 1897, when the symphony first started, to 2016, where we sit here today.
Gotcha.
I mean, we
It
have
is
something to
unbelievable.
protect, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. 120-year tradition. Can I grab your brochure a little bit so folks can? This is all this information is available online. Online. PeoriaSymphony.org. 119th season. I lost my train of thought here. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask. You guys operate with a volunteer board of directors as well,
We do.
overseen.
Absolutely.
So it's a non-for-profit
Yep.
organization.
We are non-for-profit, and we have a wonderful board of people that are of all ages, and they offer us support, financial and volunteerism, and they help us in every aspect of running this organization. I mean, George Stuluto is the artistic director, and Susan Hoffman is the executive director, and then she has a support staff beneath her. But we're a nonprofit, so we
Right.
run lean and mean, man.
Right.
So we we count on our board of directors to advise us and help us in the community, to give us advice, to work on the books and make
Yeah.
sure that we're, being responsible to
We
this
don't
legacy.
work on the books. We organize the ledger.
yeah,
Working on the books.
Yeah.
We don't-
That's a wrong term.
So do you have fundraisers then?
We do. Well, no, not
No?
really. I mean, we do have events, that are for our Conductor Circle event, Conductor Circle, levels of giving, planned giving. We have, we've recently hired a new director of development who goes out and solicits, organizations and corporations for funding and support.
Gotcha.
But it's all nonprofit, so it's all giving.
Right. So people can they can contribute at a higher level to be in one of these circles
right.
and so
They
forth.
can sponsor an event. They can advertise in our program.
Sure.
There's all kinds of ways and levels for anybody to
Right.
come and help be a part of the Peoria Symphony Orchestra.
So I'm sure you have multi-generation families, of course.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
We have a Forte group, which is a kind of a young, 40 and under type of a organization. So we're trying to, grow the future. And we also have Musical Discoveries, which is for children 5 to 10 years of age. And it's, we partner with WTVP to film some of these or bring in musicians to film these shows that introduce kids to the orchestra one instrument at a time. It's wonderful.
So think about, folks, as you're listening and viewing Viki and I's conversation here. Once again, Viki Burnett, the Peoria Symphony Orchestra, and you're at Chamber Chat at PeoriaLife.com. 120 years, and I think of education. We had an education committee meeting this morning where a bunch of volunteers come in and they're always working on what education means to our community, not only from a quality of life standpoint, but from a employee relationship stuff.
Right.
The arts are sometimes forgotten. They're always seem to be on the chopping block.
Yeah.
And to have this resource of 120 years supported so strongly here in Peoria, it does so much for our community because it ties in with all the other events and sights and sounds we have here in Peoria. So my point is, from a Chamber of Commerce perspective, we thank you guys for what you do as a vital part of our community and our economy. Obviously, we have a very diverse economy with Caterpillar and the healthcare and so forth. And people come from other parts of the world and country. Music seems to be a common denominator, right?
Right. And everyone understands classical music or is familiar with classical music, whether they know it or not. I mean, it's used in every marketing medium, and you can hear a song on a commercial or you hear some little lick from a radio station, and you never know where the origin of that music came from. And some of it, and not most of it, came from a classical music history.
Right.
It's quite amazing. And our goal is to, continue to bring quality music to Peoria and sustain the symphony for another 120 years.
That'd be awesome.
It would be great. Hope we're here.
I'm sure you will be. So as we wrap things up here on Chamber Chat, any last minute requests? Or I think what I want to get across is going to these PS events afterwards. You don't have to be an expert in symphony. 'Cause I'm not, but you go and you learn and you do something different. You're amongst new friends.
Music is an individual experience, and the array of music that we have this season speaks to every level of taste, from Beethoven to Broadway. So there is something for everyone. There is something for children, and we encourage you to come to our concerts and be a part of that experience.
That's fantastic. Viki, thank you for joining us today,
My
folks.
pleasure.
Get to PeoriaSymphony.org, check out the concert series, and get your 50% off tickets.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us on Chamber Chat at PeoriaLife.com.